Hey guys, I don't even know what today it is or what day it is today. Thursday, happy Thursday. I'm coming at you live on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So thank you so much for joining me or for catching the replay. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jenny Meyer. I'm a certified personal trainer, the creator of Think Fit Method, and a certified faster way to fat loss coach. And I want to talk a little bit today to kind of go off of what I talked about a couple days ago is changing how you view yourself. So I want to give you guys 3 tips today on how to change how you view yourself on your health and fitness journey to kind of get out of that negative mindset and get into the positive mindset, the positive view of yourself, because having a negative view of yourself, negative self-talk will tear you down. So I want to talk about that today. But first off, if you guys find this information valuable whatsoever, please share this video or tag a friend. Get the word out there. I am passionate about helping women find success and gain confidence through wellness, through changing their mindset. My background, my education is in mental health, social work. I spent 10 years in that industry, and now I'm tying that in with health and fitness. So I'm bringing my 2 passions together, and I just want to get it out there. So please, please, please share this video, tag a friend. If you are on live, please type live in the comments so I know who's on here. If you are catching the replay, please type replay in the comments so I can see who kind of watches it later. So let's dive right in. So I'm really going to be mostly talking to women today. So we as women, we are extremely hard on ourselves, right? If you're on, raise your hand, write something in the comments. Are we hard on ourselves? Do you find that we are the ones that will be our worst critic when it comes to any aspect of our lives? I know that I'm like my own worst critic when it comes to every aspect of my life, like literally every aspect. I'm the one who's beating myself up. I'm the one dwelling on the negatives and just get really down when I don't feel like I did something 100%. So would you guys agree with me? Say yes, I agree in the comments if you do agree. So that is really why I started my passion project, Think Fit Method, last fall, because I really, really wanted to dive into addressing that negative self-talk, addressing the self-worth aspect of what we struggle with our health journey, what we as women struggle with. Do we view ourselves as worth it? We take care of our family, we take care of our kids, our husbands, our friends, our parents sometimes. We take care of so much, but we forget to take care of ourselves. And we will start to view ourselves as not worth it. We will start to view ourselves as just not good, right? We have just a negative look on ourselves. We have a negative view of ourselves. So I want to give you guys 3 tips on how you can change how you view yourself, because how you view yourself is really going to let you succeed and let you reach those health goals that you want to reach. So number 1 is to pay attention to your feelings and change that narrative of your feelings. So this is going to be kind of the first step to anything, overcoming anything, is you really have to pay attention, right? You have to acknowledge what's going on. You have to understand when you're starting to feel like that. So you have to pay attention to your feelings and change that narrative. So when you start to feel yourself struggling with negativity, when your mindset kind of just goes in the tank, you feel like a failure, what is it that you should do right then? When you stop yourself in the tracks, this is what's called changing the narrative, transforming your thinking from the bad to the good. So this is changing that negative thoughts to the positive. And the way you do that is if you are, for example, I'm going to use myself for an example. Yesterday, I was feeling run down. I was feeling beat down. I was exhausted. I had some adrenal stress issues going on. And I just really got down on myself, right? I'm thinking like I'm working so hard, but I'm not seeing some just goals. I'm not hitting some goals that I want to, like physically with my health and fitness. I have certain goals that I'm trying to hit. And I literally just got in my mind and just got down on myself. Like I'm sucking at everything. I feel like I'm working all the time. I feel like I'm eating right all the time. And I just don't care anymore because I'm not getting closer to anything. In that moment, I knew what was going on. I knew that I had to catch myself because I'm feeling like that because I am worn down. I'm feeling that way because I am stressed out and I'm tired. And I know that being tired is my number one trigger to get emotional, to want to binge eat, to want to just throw in the towel with everything, literally. And I was struggling with this the last couple of days and literally had that conversation with my husband, just like, I'm just going to quit everything. I just don't even care anymore. And he's well-versed in how to take care of Jenny, where he's just like, no, you need to stop it. You'll be fine in a couple of days. Go to bed, go get some sleep. And I promise that you'll feel better in the morning. But in that moment yesterday, when I'm feeling that way, I had to stop myself and think like, what's going on? I had to address and identify what was happening, and I had to change that narrative. So instead of just sitting there on the couch and eating everything in sight like I really wanted to do, I then made myself go to the gym. I knew that I was tired. I knew that I didn't want to overly stress my body because I am dealing with some adrenal fatigue issues. So I went to the gym. I did a little workout. I did not push myself super hard, and I'm totally okay with that. But the thing is, when I got home, I felt so much better. So I changed that. And then I was proud of myself, and I had a positive outlook on just everything after I went and did that. So that's really just paying attention to your feelings and changing that narrative in the moment. So stopping yourself in your tracks, like literally calling yourself out and changing that negative to positive. We have to be able to do that. You have to identify what's going on, and you have to be able to change that view set from negative to positive. So in that case, I had to literally step back. I had to see what I wanted to accomplish, what I wanted to feel like. So I wanted to have more energy. Did I know that going to the gym and even just working out for a little bit is going to give me more energy? Absolutely. So I did that. So that's number one, is to pay attention to your feelings and change the narrative. Number two is to ditch the perfectionism. Ladies, you've heard me talk about this time and time again. You have to ditch the perfectionism. You cannot expect yourself to be perfect all the time. So for that example for yesterday, I went to the gym, right? I knew I wasn't going to have in my mind what I think is a perfect workout, but I went anyways, and I was okay with that. I didn't lift as heavy as I could have. I didn't spend an hour like working out. I wasn't sweaty. Well, I was sweaty. It was a little hot in there, but I wasn't like dripping sweat, like that good feeling that I really want to feel when I work out. And I let go of that perfectionism. I didn't do steady state cardio. I didn't do HIIT cardio afterwards. I went in and lifted for about 35 minutes, and I was okay with that because I'm letting go of that perfectionism. So if you were always striving to be perfect, then when you aren't, when you slip up, you're going to focus on that negative. You're going to be ticked off at yourself instead of focusing on those small victories. So in my mind yesterday, my small victory was going to the gym anyways, not binge eating and getting myself kind of out of that negative mindset. So that's my small victory. If I would have expected my workout to be perfect and then I wasn't able to accomplish that, I would have been upset with myself, right? So you have to let go of that perfectionism. You have to be realistic with your expectations of yourself and learn from your mistakes and be able to change that. So that was number two, is to ditch the perfectionism. Number three is to create reasonable goals, right? So sometimes the doubt is brought on by these unrealistic or unreasonable expectations and goals. You set this huge goal for yourself, and then when you don't hit it, you get down on yourself. You think of yourself as a loser. You think of yourself as failing at that. But if you create reasonable goals, you're able to view yourself in a better light. You're able to view yourself in a positive light and not negative, not as a failure, because you're able to focus on those small things. And I actually just literally an hour ago recorded a podcast with Kelly from Fitfluential. We kind of wrapped up our mental side of fitness podcast series on the Fitfluential podcast radio. And we talked about this. We talked about how when we set those big goals, we're so focused on the end. We're so focused on where we want to lose 100 pounds, right? So then when, say, we lose 5 pounds, we're mad. We consider ourselves as a failure because this goal at the end is so far away and it's so like unreachable, it seems like. So when you create reasonable goals, when you create those small goals, you're able to celebrate every single victory. So if your goal is to work out 4 times this week, for me yesterday, that would have been a celebration because I was 1 step closer to my week goal. So I really encourage you guys to set small, reasonable goals, small steps that you can do every single day that will lead to that win, right? So that you can celebrate that goal. And you can just make one right choice after another. When you do that, again, you view yourself in a more positive light. So you have to be able to stop looking at yourself in this negative light. Stop thinking of yourself as a failure. Stop thinking of yourself as a loser or you're never going to reach those goals. Stop thinking that you are not worth it, because you know what? You are worth it. You are absolutely worth it. You have to focus on what you are good at. You have to focus on your small victories, and you have to start talking to yourself like you love yourself. If you can do that, I promise you that it is so much easier to reach your goals. It is so much easier to make this a healthy lifestyle. Let's see, on Instagram, that's why I have my big goal and then I break it down to smaller goals. Absolutely. You have your goal, right? Because you do want to dream. You do want to have your big goal. But then you have to break it down into smaller goals. You have to break it down into weekly goals or even a monthly goal, whatever that may be, so that you can celebrate those small wins. We like to celebrate non-scale victories in my Faster Way to Fat Loss boot camps. Every Friday, we talk about what's your non-scale victory, because we're not looking at the scale. We're looking at energy. We're looking at, do your clothes fit better? Do you sleep better? Were you able to lift more weights? Were you able to run 2 minutes without stopping? You guys, that 2-minute thing, that was me 5 years ago or 6 years ago. That was me. When I ran 2 minutes without stopping on the treadmill at probably like 5 miles an hour, I remember texting my sister, who I believe she had done a half marathon previous to that, or maybe it was a marathon. And I remember texting her like, I just ran 2 minutes without stopping. And I was so proud of myself. Those little things are okay to celebrate. Those little things make you shift the negative light on your health journey into the positive light. So celebrating those small things. Ashley says, I needed to hear this today. Ashley, we all need to hear this, like day in and day out, girl, because I mean, I need it just as much as any of my clients need it. So you guys, I cannot emphasize this enough. You have to start thinking of yourself in a positive light. You have to stop the negative self-talk. Do not wake up in the morning and be mad at yourself for what you did yesterday. Do not think that you are not worth it. Do not think that you can't do it today. You have to wake up, look at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself that you can do it. Tell yourself that you are beautiful and that you're 1 day closer to your goal, right? You're 1 step closer. So talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. So I really hope that these tips help you out. Again, pay attention to your feelings and change the narrative. Ditch the perfectionism and create reasonable goals. I really need you guys to do that, because I promise that it will change your life. And if you struggle with this stuff, you struggle with your mindset, please head over to thinkfitmethod.com. I will put that in the link here on Facebook. Please go check it out, because this 8-week self-paced course will train you to reset your mind, stop that negative self-talk, stop that perfectionist attitude, understand that you are worth it, because you are. Stop the emotional eating, the binge eating, the self-sabotage. If you are on Instagram, head over to the link in my bio and click Think Fit Method. Go check it out, because it will change your life. And again, please please share this. Get this word out there. Tag a friend that struggles with mindset, with negative thinking, because this will change the world. When we can change ourselves and start to help others, it'll change the world. And I was just so passionate about it. So anyways, you guys, I'm going to hop off. I'm actually hopping on another live video over on the Fitfluential Facebook page. Go check that out, because we are going to actually be talking today about how to have this relationship around cheat food or your treat, so that you are not feeling guilty about it, and changing that relationship with your food. So it's going to be a really good talk with Kelly and I over on the Fitfluential Facebook page here in probably about 15 minutes. So head over and check that out. And as always, please feel free to email me at jennymeyerfitness.com, or I'm sorry, jennymeyerfitness@gmail.com, or just head over to my fitness website, jennymeyerfitness.com, and hit contact me. I would love to talk to you more if this is what you struggle with. So have a great rest of your Thursday. It's Thursday, one more day in the work week, and I'm taking most of tomorrow off, and I cannot wait. So anyways, guys, have a great rest of your day.